Chat, why is one of my arms stronger than the other? Today we're playing Minecraft again. I know what you may be thinking. You might be saying, oh, it's because you do that. But actually, it's the other arm. That's the problem. It's the other arm. Also, if you didn't watch the last video, or if you didn't finish the last video, towards the last about 10 minutes, I got lost and I went so far away. I rewatched the video to see where I had gone. It's a long story, so strap up, if you will. What happened was, at some point, I had to take a turn, but I took the wrong turn, and I went, like, if I had kept going straight, I would have reached the house, right, Kitty? I would have reached this, but I went the right way, and I thought that I was going the right way. I was not going the right way. I was going far away from my house, right, Kitty? I was going far away. So I rewatched the video, and I was like, okay, I think I know how to get back. So I, instead of trying to look for the coordinates, I ended up trying again on my own. I got even more lost. So eventually I said, okay, Kitty, what are you doing, bro? Eventually I was like, okay, I'm going to look up the coordinates from the videos. But then I realized, wait a minute, my face cam covers the coordinate. I think my face cam covers the X coordinates. So I was panicking, but then I was like, let me check my screenshots folder, because I remember one time I did take a screenshot just in case I ever got lost. Sure enough, I did find it. I'm gonna have to edit this video. I might actually have to edit this video regardless, because I think at some point I'm gonna have to leave for a second, so I might have to edit it regardless. But yes, so Kitty, I found the coordinates, so I was like, all right, well, we're doing good now. I'm not great with coordinates, but I managed to get to the place. Only it wasn't the right place. I was like, this is not even the right biome, right? It's not like this type of wood. It was the regular wood. I'm like, there's no houses nearby. There's nothing. I was confused. I was like, maybe I took that screenshot, but like before, it's an older screenshot from another world that I had. I was confused about that. So I was like, huh. I was literally there for like a good minute trying to understand what was going on, or what did I do wrong. So then I really looked at the coordinates, and I realized the x-axis was negative. It was in the negatives. And the actual coordinates, as you will see in a second, let me move my face cam real quick. As you can see here, they're not in the negatives. Meaning that I was completely the wrong way where I should have been. Also, just in case if you're curious, let me give you guys my seed. Pause. That's my seed. Also, just in case people think I probably use creative or something, I don't do none of that. Game. No. Game mode. Can't do that. You see. Anyways, I should go to sleep. No zombies around here, right, Boatman? So I walked all the way back. Oh, by the way, I should probably say this. I did this at around 11 after I was done rendering the video. Because I was gonna do it today morning, but I was like, I'll just do it right now. So that's why if you saw last time open was 11 a.m., it was because of that. It took me a while, like a good 20 minutes to finally get here. That was mad annoying. Genuinely. Kitty, what are you doing? But anyways, we finally made it back. So I now know how to make what I need. Kitty, what are you doing? So to make a lodestar, actually before I say that, one more thing I have to mention. On my way here, I found, I think it was 3 villages or maybe 2, and I just went back to one of the ones that I had already seen. I think I would say it's 3, but it could be 2. I found. Wait, why am I going so? I don't need to do that. I found 2 villages, and one of them I will show you a screenshot of it. So I have to edit now, and have to remember to do that. One of them is actually in a really nice area, and it's bigger, you know, and there's more stuff there. So I'm thinking I could at some point move there. I think once I'm done doing what I need to do here, I think I might actually move over there. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot of it again. And let me know if, because this place is kind of small. It has some character to it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to abandon the Barrow village, or I could probably do some other stuff over there at some point once I do more. So yeah, I'm like, I'll get into the topic of the video in a second. I know I'm taking my time here, but I do want to mention a couple of stuff before I do go ahead and do that. So apologies again. Wait, how do I do this again? I'll figure it out. One more thing I want to say, and I probably won't do this anytime soon. You smelt it, right? Yeah, I probably won't do this anytime soon. Because I don't want to do it, you know, without getting an audience first. I know that I have some people that do watch my videos. There's one that I mean does watch it often, I'd say. But I mean, like, I'd like to have the opinion of other people, and that is streaming. Now I do stream, or I used to, I guess, till I got busy with the main channel video. But I was thinking, because of how slow these videos are, you know, or how not much happens, it wouldn't really bother me to stream this world once in a while to kind of get ahead of it, which means which means that you know, by the next episode, like, say if I was to stream today, which I won't, because obviously, like, I can't record this, upload it, and then stream the same day. Like, I need to give it some time. But if I was to stream, right, you know, the next time that I do record a video, we would have progressed much more. Instead of just, you know, doing this how I've been doing it. I don't know. I feel like, again, I don't want to ruin the purpose of these videos. I don't really think that me playing this, at least the way I see it, I don't think me playing this is necessarily important, you know. But it was definitely better than just me yapping in front of a camera with nothing happening, you know. So kind of like Subway Surfers gameplay. Gotta give you guys some stimulation, if you know what I mean. And also just give me some stimulation, if you know what I mean. Because I do like Minecraft. I shouldn't say that. Fuck. And now the video won't get any views. Yippee! Yippee! What time is it? Okay. So I don't know, like, I wonder what you guys think. Will y'all be okay with that? Mainly if it's like the viewers that would watch this. Like, will you be okay with me streaming this world at some point? Just to kind of get ahead and do more stuff, and also I don't have to constantly worry about yapping in a stream. You know, I could just kind of stay quiet, not have to worry too much about that, right, Boatman? Right? I don't know what you guys might think, but yeah. What am I gonna do now? Oh yeah, let me grab this. Wait, what? Oh, this. Now, how do I make that thing? The little thing I need. I need something, but I don't know what it's called. It's a little thing with the saw. The saw. I saw. These guys don't have it either. Oh yeah, this thing. Stone cutter. There we go. This is what I need, right? And I might need to cook more. Let me do that. Yeah. If you're confused, I forgot to mention this. So I plan on making a lodestone. This might be enough, actually. Yes, it is. A lodestone. So before, I had looked this up. You know, I finally, because I don't want to get lost again. I looked this up, and where's my iron? I had an iron ingot. What? I had an iron ingot, right? I know I'm not tripping. I had an iron ingot. What? Whatever. I have one here. I don't remember I had one. Oh well. Anyways, I had looked up the recipe, right? And it said it needed a netherite ingot. I was like, but how? If when I played survival Minecraft with my friend online a while ago, he made one. Turns out they changed it. Or they didn't. What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay. All right. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Wait, no, I need 2 more. You know what? Just do all of them. Why not? Might as well. All right. I got confused because of how you craft the compass. You know, that's on me. Okay. So now I will just place this in here. Do this, and there we go. This lodestone will always point to my house. So I can now finally explore without getting lost. And what I'm thinking is to make another compass and do a lodestone to the other village. Though I don't know when I'll do that, because then I will have to travel there. And like I'm saying, I suck with coordinates, like real bad. It's another thing that I want to do that I just so happened to come across it, and I want to try it out. It just requires some redstone knowledge, and I think, let me check if I have enough or if I could get any of this stuff that I need. Let me check real quick. So I'm gonna need a hopper. That's gonna be something I need. Not a dropper. I think a dropper. I'm gonna need a dropper, but that is easy to make. What about an observer? What's it called again? Is it an observer? Well, I'm not gonna waste your time with this. I could probably just look that up in my own time. But it's like a sheep farmer. It just constantly keeps shearing the sheep. I'm thinking to do that since I'm gonna be doing the he who shall not be named bed. Talking about that, I should probably do that. Okay. Nice. I don't think they're gonna be procreating yet, as the beds need to be under them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I need to make more. I could also just do like this kind of farm, but there's no sheep that are wanting to follow me. Moo. 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 Let's see here. Is there any sheep that I could lure at? I'm not getting into the topic of today's video as much as I should, so I think I might save that topic for tomorrow. And kind of just talk about it. I'm just gonna be redundant. Tomorrow I'll fully go into it, and today I'll just talk about something that I'm kind of wanting to do now. I did briefly mention this. Let me just make sure I don't have to leave right now. No, okay. I did briefly mention this, but I've been wanting to learn how to sing, and a big part of that is because I have made music. Oh yeah, this is a sign 300, right? Yeah, this location. Yeah, I should go to sleep. But not just that. Like, I want to get better with music, and I get kind of weird talking about it, because I feel like there is this one line from that one movie that I cannot remember the name of it. Is it Ingenious Bastards? where the guy says, "I'm a slave to appearances." I feel like that's how I am. In the sense that if I tell you if I tell you that I'm a certain kind of way, you either won't see it or I don't look, it doesn't make sense. So for example, right? I grew up with hip hop. Why did I say it like that? I grew up with hip hop, and that's what I want to do, right? I like rap a lot. That's really, I listen to the genres, but rap is really the main genre I listen to. I should make a chest, right? No. I also lost my axe while I was trying to find this place. Cause I kept making like little things to climb on. Nah, whatever. But yeah, so I grew up with hip hop, and when I first started making music, I wasn't taking it seriously. I wouldn't call it meme music because it wasn't like that at all. I actually looked down on meme rap. Still kind of do, because to me it feels like a mockery of it. But I'm not gonna be like a certain artist and just be entitled, because first of all, I don't think I have much of a say so regardless. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that I didn't spend a lot of time working on said music or trying to improve. A lot of the times my improvement was the songs that I would end up releasing to the public, right? So I wasn't really improving. People were literally hearing everything I was making, whereas most artists, or really anyone that actually loves music, they would have like 5 songs in the vault. 5 songs. No, they would release 1 out of 6 songs is what I would say, right? That they made. I would release everything, right? Now I do have some in the vault, but I don't have a lot in the vault because I tend to release everything. Or sometimes I don't finish songs. And that, I mean, I could say, yeah, I've been making music for this period of time, but have I really? Considering that, I didn't get much practice. Like, if you really put into like account the total amount of time that I spent making music, it's not very much. It's not very much. And even though I've been technically doing it for 6 years now, but if you really put all the hours together, it's not a lot. And I'm ashamed to say that it's not a lot of hours, right? This is really not growing as much. I don't know if I should instead replace dirt with glass like here, so the light source comes in better. I might do that. I'll have to see about that, because I would have to get a lot of sand for that. So I'm not gonna do that. Could I do that today? No, I could do that today. Why not? Since I'm not gonna talk about the other stuff today. Let me just check real quick. But yes, so I didn't do much to improve as a musician, and I don't think that I deserved a lot of the numbers that I have because of that. I think I got so comfortable with a certain sound and style and skill that I really stopped improving. And in the last couple of months, I haven't been making much music. In fact, I started making music again after a month of break. When I started doing these videos, because I was waking up earlier and I had more of a drive, and I definitely have more of a drive now. I feel good. I was gonna talk to you guys about how the video was gonna be about discipline. It ended up not being about that. My bad. Took me a while to get into that. It was gonna take me so long to get into the subject. I would rather just save it for another video. But give me a second. That should be more than enough, right? But I never really had that discipline to improve, so I had the same sound, and yeah, I didn't get much better. So there's two things that I want to do. And again, I'm gonna go more in depth into it in the video where I talk about my like discipline, which is gonna be tomorrow. Um, but I really do wanna, you know, have a routine every single day, and in that routine, besides editing the main channel videos, or just really making a main channel video in general, because once I'm done editing this video that I've been working on, that I've been procrastinating because of real life situations. I shouldn't blame it solely on that. I've also been kind of lazy. My bad. It's been on me. Like yesterday, the day before, I didn't work on it at all, and if I did, I would have gone pretty far, like pretty far. If I worked on it the same way I worked on it, what was it, Friday? I would have gotten pretty far. You know what I mean? And if I worked on it how I did Friday every single day since I started, that video would have been out 2 months ago. That's on me. That's my fault, right? I'll take the blame there. All right, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna cut the time that I'm left. I have returned. I am back. So, anyways, I want to improve in music. I want to do good in music. One of these days, I want to get back into making music, and I want to do it properly, and I want to do it as Kami, not as my former name, which eventually I will have to talk about it because of certain circumstances. But we'll cross that bridge once we get there. The point is that I really do want to make music again. I love music, and I want to show that I love music, and I also love content creation. I love making videos. Both of those things I like. People will tell you it's better to improve, let me just check something. Sorry about that. It's better to improve on one thing than multiple things at a time. And that is true, because for me to get good at what I want to do, I first need to do, for music, right? Two things. Get better at singing, get better at rapping. I have to get better at writing those songs. I have to get better at mixing those songs. And there's a lot more to it than you guys even think about. Like, you don't just record and it's good. You have to mix it. You have to make it sound good. You have to add up things that you don't think about that requires thinking to do so. Unless you've done music yourself for a long period of time, studied it and understand, what you're doing right or wrong, then you don't really know how that works. To you, it's just, oh yeah, the artist goes into the booth and records. It's not as simple as that. There's a lot that goes into it in terms of cadence. If I was rapping the way I was talking, you'd get bored immediately. So I have to add power and add to certain weird sounds that you wouldn't do when you're talking, right? It doesn't make sense. But it makes sense in the context of a song, right? Kitty, why do you do that? She dropped my AirPods. It's whatever. Can be replaced. Anyways. Why did she do that? Why did you do that, bro? I'm telling you, she loves messing with expensive stuff. Don't play with it, please. Because I'm not going to be able to find it. Alright. I'm going to hurry this video up real quick. Let me just slaughter one of you guys for... Hey! Anybody that exits dies right now. Free food, I guess. Anyways, it's raining now. I really do want to improve and all that. Become a better musician. Really enjoy what I'm doing with my music, with my art. I want these videos to be just something that it's like a progress, isn't it? It's a progress of how I improve, and you guys get to see that. There's so many things that I have. Like, I genuinely get so insecure about the way that I talk sometimes. I look back at these videos and I realize sometimes I stay quiet for a long period of time. Sometimes I stutter a lot. Sometimes I say ums, ahs, like I do get insecure about that because I'm like, wow, why should you be watching these videos? I can't even properly talk. Okay, I got it. She was playing one of the AirPods, but it got on my shoe. Picked it up. Anyways, it's already dark. I do want to improve, and I've been listening to a lot of more. Like I want to study it too. Again, I will definitely go way more in depth into it tomorrow, as to what my plans are when it comes to music and how I plan to improve and get better and sound better. I don't know if you guys know this, but you could probably tell, but the outro is actually me. I specifically recorded that song for the outro. I have to be honest with you guys. There's no full song to that, but one day I would love to come back into music, releasing it. But only this time I will be much better at it. I'll be much better at making songs. It would be through Kami, not the older alias, you know. And hopefully it's something that's worth your time. I love music, and I want to show you guys that I love it, and that I will continue to love music. And I think that's the best way to do it, right? To improve and get better. Same thing with videos. You know, I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow, but I'm gonna say this now. And I'm gonna say it again tomorrow. The video that I'm working on, the big video, that at this point has been going on for months, right? There is no guarantee that video will perform well. There's no guarantee of that. And I'm trying my best mentally to prepare for that. If that was to be the case, that potentially the video does not perform well. Meaning that, you know, it could peak at 1,000 views, or again, like maybe I have these unrealistic unrealistic thing where I think the video is gonna perform much better, right? Because of how much time I put into it. Not like 1,000,000 views. I don't think it's gonna get there. I think it's still pretty, like, I'm still an amateur editor. I'm not great at editing. You know, I've essentially was learning as I went. I only had After Effects experience. That's why I wasn't terrible at it. Oh my god. That's why I wasn't terrible at it. But I'm still pretty new to editing. So the video, I think it's turning out good for my editing skills and standards, and I think the research is alright. Hopefully, if you guys are watching this, we'll one day watch it on the main channel. I always have the main channel linked in the description. If you care, you don't have to, again. It's your choice. Also, it's Persona. A lot of people don't like Persona, have never gotten into Persona, you know, or have never played it, sorry. So yeah, up to you. But I would appreciate if you checked it out. I wouldn't say to check out my main channel videos because I feel like those are outdated. And I actually recently watched some of my videos, and I realized I had no confidence. I had no confidence in talking, looking at the camera. A lot of you guys don't know this, but when I was recording those videos, every single thing I would say like 5 to 6 times, because I felt like I wasn't saying it correctly, you know. So a 10-minute recording was like an hour long, you know what I mean? Because I just kept correcting myself. A big part of that is also because of how I talk English, but, you know, sometimes I rewatch these videos and then I'm like, bro, I'm not even speaking English here. I'm sorry. I can't control that. That's how I talk. Trust me, I'm not intentionally slurring my words. That's how I just talk. My bad. But yeah, music and video editing are 2 things that I'm gonna focus on my on my day-to-day life. And yeah, I'm gonna make a routine for that. That's gonna be the topic for tomorrow's video. I'm kind of just giving you a bit of a teaser, if you will. I got too distracted talking about other stuff. But yeah, I guess mainly, again, I had gotten lost. Finally made the Stone compass, and yeah, you know, I don't know what you guys think about me streaming. I don't really care about having viewers or not. It's more about like, will you guys be alright with the concept of me essentially playing? This is looking kind of sus. Okay. With the concept of me playing, you know, a game. What? The concept of me streaming this game and this world outside of these videos. I'm sorry, sometimes I get nervous and then I just start saying shit that doesn't make sense. It happens. My bad. Hopefully this works. I'll do that in a bit. I don't know if this works. Does this make it any better? I could also do it on the sides, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I also want to make the little sheep contraption. I just need to know how to make the hopper with the chest. Or do you... Or actually, no. I think it's quite obvious, right? It's the chest, recipe, and a hopper in the middle. I think that's how it should be. Right? It's pretty obvious if you think about it. I also want to get some sheep in here. Let's make you guys breed. Let's breed you guys. Yeah. 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 Whole lot of loving today. Whole lot of loving. There's love in the air. There's a lot of love in the air. You guys too. Have so much love. Have so much love. Not you. Have so much love, guys. Have so much love. There we go. Good stuff. All right, that's enough love. That's enough love for today. Talking about enough love for today. That's enough of my love. Right, Boatman? This video was a mess. With that being said, if you have a dream, go after it. Time is moving forward. It will leave you behind. You will regret the time that you didn't spend locking in. So right now, when you can, lock in, do it every day. Consistency is about doing it every single day as much as you possibly can. You know, it's okay if some days you do less. You know, some days you'll do less, some days you'll do more. That's just how life is. Also, don't focus too much on the results. Like me, the video before this one, before that one, got 4 views. Then the video I uploaded yesterday got 30 views. Right, the video that I uploaded not too long ago got 200 views, but 2 dislikes. So it was 4 likes, 2 dislikes. So it doesn't look good. Whatever the case might be, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't care if I get hate comments. I don't care what I get. It means nothing to me. I'm doing this for me. I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. So do it for you. Don't worry about the results. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look at the graphs. You know, maybe do pay attention to them if you're starting to get some buzz. Maybe like study them to improve and get better. Don't just stay comfortable like I did with music and I just stood comfortable and never improved. And at some point, if you don't improve or if you don't get better, people just get tired of it. They don't really care anymore. So you have to give them something new and refreshing so they enjoy what you do going forward. So do it at your pace. Don't overstress yourself. It's okay. But also keep learning. Keep failing to learn from your failures. So fail as often as possible, as quickly as possible, because you learn from that and you keep improving. So my failures, I can look at them and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I did wrong here. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me your time. It always means a lot to me. If you even made it this far, thank you so much. If you made it this far, comment your address, and your credit card numbers and the funky numbers in the back. That'd be great. Have a fantastic day.